longer!
These webs are arranged for defense. We are nearing the spider's lair.
The trail leads down there. I'm sure of it.
wizard!
The wizard? No, no, my dears. That is food. He says the wizard must die. Take him and devour him, he commands. And so I shall. But not yet. Not yet. Let him hang a bit first. Let him await my pleasure. But the wizard alone is barely a meal for one such as myself. The poor is a feast.
This will strike you down!
Carefully. Let him down slowly now.
He yet lives.
Aye, and he's coming around.
Radagast, are you well?
Ah, what a thoroughly unpleasant experience. I shall have more pity for flies in the future.
How did you end up in this fix?
Sinatra snatched me. Took me unawares, I'm afraid. I really didn't expect to encounter anything of her sort in this corner of the wood. No, not at all. You see, I came here to get away from trouble. Darkness is spreading across Mirkwood. A darker than usual darkness, I mean. And it's coming from Dol Guldur in the south. Rosgobel, my usual home, lies a little too close to Dol Guldur for comfort. So I came here. I have several such retreats. You can never be too prepared, living in Mirkwood and all. But, do I know you?
No, Radagast, but you do know me.
Ah, young Bellerum. It's a pleasure to see you. So you are a part of this little party too? It's quite a mixed bag, really. I don't see elves, dwarves, and men rubbing elbows often, especially not in Mirkwood. Now add an eagle as well. This is turning out to be a rather extraordinary day, really, all things considered.
I am just glad we came in time. My friends and I have a mission, and we came seeking your aid.
We must find the dragon Urgost, who dwells in the Grey Mountains.
And we have no time for a lengthy search.
We were told you might be able to help us find him.
You wish to find a dragon? Oh dear, is that really wise?
There are a lot of enemies lurking about, and it's clear they're after you. Any idea why?
Ah, the enemy never needs a reason to kill and destroy. But if I were to hazard a guess why they were after me in particular, I would say it is because of my talent for gathering and sending news quickly.
That could mean they are planning attacks against our nearby allies.
The Bjornings and my woodland kin are in danger. We must warn them.
Oh, you needn't concern yourself with that. As I said, I have a talent for such things. I will make sure our friends are warned. It's the neighborly thing to do, after all.
I've heard a lot about the spiders in Mirkwood. Even had to deal with a few in my time. But I've seen nothing like this. Are there more of this sort around?
I certainly hope not. This was the Spider Queen, Sinatra. I've heard many fearful tales of her from my friends among the forest creatures, but I've never before had the misfortune of encountering her. I'm rather surprised to find her here. By all accounts, she kept her lair in the craggy mountains near Dol Guldur, far to the south.
Dol Guldur. That is a name that haunts the tales of my folk. What do you know of it?
It's a terrible place. A fortress built upon a bare hill in the south of the forest. Of old, the Dark Lord himself dwelt there. He was driven out some years past, but it seems that evil has returned once more to Dol Guldur. I am told that fell creatures of many sorts are gathering there.
We need to find that dragon. Do you know where he can be found?
Well, he's a dragon, so I would say the Grey Mountains.
Yes, that is as we have already said. But do you know where in the Grey Mountains?
I haven't the foggiest notion, really.
It seems we were misinformed.
Ah, now, not so fast. I may not know where Urgos dwells, but I just might be able to find out. But I would need my staff for that, and I seem to have mislaid it somewhere.
You're in luck. We found your staff.
I knew you would have need of it once we found you.
Ah, excellent. Aren't you the clever one? Crafty as a fox in your own fashion, too, I can tell. I'm grateful to you. Well then, let's see what we can find out, shall we? My friends might know a thing or two. Do you have news for me, little one? Ah. I see, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. Very brave of you. Well done, my friend. And there you have it.
Perhaps you could explain further for those of us who do not speak the language of swallows.
Oh, you don't? Quite a pity, really. They're rather pleasant little fellows. Always something nice to say.
Well, what did this one have to say?
Quite a bit, actually. Here, let me show you.
Have you considered my offer?
You bargain with what